What's up, guys? Dark times are here. Well, for most of us, it's Black Friday. I had an awesome Black Friday. I hope you guys did too. But dark times has arrived for me. The potential investor I had back in March ended up copying my business. Specifically, products that we had talked about, that we had in a meeting that took place around March 24th. I had a blog post that came out March 25th. And I reviewed it today. We're gonna talk about it. But you can see specifically what happened in that meeting with this investor and what happened in the past 9 to 10 months. This, unfortunately, is a true story. And this is the AmzSecrets.com show. I'm your host, David Aladdin. And what's up, you Invincible Kings? You're listening to episode 75. My potential investor copied my business. He's the real hijacker. It all started on March 25th. A local investor wanted to acquire my business, and we met up. And the post went like this. We went to a very, very fancy restaurant here in Naples. Everything was over $25 for lunch. The place was gorgeous, massive big windows, food, the smell of it. It was a very awesome place to meet for business. It was pretty empty, so people wouldn't overhear your conversation. As I got in, the investor said, "Order anything." He said, exactly how you want these things to go down. So we talked a lot about business. He was in a suit. I was in casual, dress shirt. He talked about his businesses. I talked about mine. He was a very interesting, very savvy business guy. I'd compare him to kind of the way Trump acts in terms of very direct and confident in the way he spoke. Exactly how you would think an investor would sound like. Then things got down to business. He's very interested and sees the potential for expansion. His request was for 66% of the business, 33% for him, 33% for his partner, and I would have the other 33%. In return, I would give him an X valuation of both perceived and combined actual cost. Anyways, it didn't go down, obviously. He said he could launch the company to an acquisition within 36 months for an acquisition of 200 to 300 million. But what happened, David? The dinner went well. Then emails proceeded. He wanted to essentially steal the business and bring in new cash to the table. I wanted my multiplier as the founder. Nevertheless, fast forward 3 weeks ago, or 8 to 9 months since that investor meeting. I was browsing on Facebook the other day, and I saw a picture of a similar product to mine. And I thought it was interesting. I was like, who created this? It's one of my friends that liked that photo. This girl had liked it. Since it was a competing product of mine, I wanted to see what was so likable of a product. I clicked on the photo. No big deal. Went to the Instagram account of which that photo was posted and then shared to Facebook. And I saw a photo of her. I saw a photo of one of my other friends that she's friends with around a table with 2 other people. What was happening? The product was sitting right in front of them. They were having a business meeting about the product. So this girl is actually the daughter of the investor, who's also my friend. I had met the investor through her at the time. It was a while ago. We had done previous business work together. I had built a website for his technology company and some of the technology that powered his platform. 2 of their products that was discussed in March was sitting on the table in that photo. I was astonished. What is the chance of that? There were 4 people in the photo. The investor was not in that photo, but it was his daughter and my friend. I sat down at my table that I'm sitting down right now. I looked at it and I titled the photo, "Be Better Than the Competition." It sits on my desktop as an image. I would actually make it my desktop background, but that would probably piss me off too much. I don't think I could see them sitting around this big wooden table in this office, all looking at the product that I had discussed with her dad. And now they were about to create their own brand with it. Now, I feel like this is something you hear in movies. I had told him multiple business secrets. It's kind of like Mark Zuckerberg copying Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss on their social network concept, except that they didn't have a business launch. They didn't have a product. It was just in the idea phase.
$1 million isn't cool. You know what's cool?
You? $1 billion. That shut everybody up.
But when I had met this investor, I had told him multiple business secrets, products that were already launched, revenue numbers, products that I've been designing, and inside business secrets that we all have in regards to our own businesses, and even inventions that I was working on. There's secrets to selling on Amazon, but there's also secrets that each of our businesses have, specific to our own businesses. Some of those were revealed. He would never have launched that business, and those people wouldn't be sitting at that table if we didn't have that meeting. Specifically, that they had launched those two products that I had mentioned in the investor meeting. It was on that table. I don't believe in coincidences. The funny thing is about this entire story is data is all relevant to time. Let me repeat that. Data is relevant to time. Products that sold well 1 year ago do not necessarily sell well a year later. And specifically in this case, markets get saturated and only the ones at the top, the ones with the most solid reviews last. And you'll notice this with your categories. Someone comes in very cheap, but you're obviously going to be the best seller with the more reviews. Timing has a lot to do with your success. And it has a lot to do with my success. When I launched, I was the first one to market. No one existed. Today, it's definitely saturated. I reaped my investment and I'm using the newfound capital in new categories, less saturated areas. And that's a golden nugget in itself. Copying someone today doesn't mean you'll have the success that they will have. Especially if you're not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 20th to market. You're the 100th. So in a sense, that's karma for them. When I see zero ethics come in, it's always nice to see the bad guy lose. This episode of AmzSecrets is brought to you by our Amazon seller tools. AmzSecrets.com VIP supercharges your Amazon listings. It uses big data from Amazon and Google in a meaningful way to increase the traffic to your Amazon listings. I use them with my brand, and I am personally ranked in the top 5 of some major Amazon categories. It's not a golden bullet, as you need marketing and good brand strategy, but having the ultimate Amazon listings goes a long way. To learn more about it, go to AmzSecrets.com. Okay, David, how do you know this company copied you for a fact in your business? Well, one cool thing about domains is you can look up a particular domain and when it was bought using the whois directory. It's whois.com or whois.net. I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, the meeting took place on March 15th. This local competitor with this investor, their domain was purchased 10 days after, according to the whois directory. So from that meeting, and within 10 days, a new company was purchased. How ridiculous is that? When I saw this number within 10 days, he almost didn't give me a chance to email him. You know, we only had like one email in between, and then he came up with the idea, let's just launch our own. Let's just build exactly what he did. And that happened. The golden nugget here is there's trust. Every business relationship you get into requires an immense measure of trust, from investors trying to buy your company or even customers trusting you that you'll deliver on your purchase of your product. When they purchase your products, they're giving you money and they expect the value return for their hard dollars earned. But in the scenario here, there's zero trust now with this investor, with his daughter and the other person. I don't even like talking about this episode. It's bad. The trust is king here. Trust creates referrals. Trust allows transactions to happen. There was a ton I didn't tell him, but it was enough to get him started. If I was able to do it again, I would sign an NDA with him. Well, not with him, as the trust is completely blown out of the water. You would never do business with someone if the first thing they said was, let me buy your business, or I'm copying you. Because that's essentially what happened. So, will that other business be successful? I have no idea. Everyone runs businesses differently, and only kings come up on top. I wouldn't want to be up against myself, but maybe they'll do good. Maybe they won't. I haven't even seen them launch a product on Amazon, but even if they did, I think it'd be extremely difficult at this point of time with all the new competition that has entered and the type of branding that they have decided to go with. It's a lot different than mine. If you guys have a related story to this, like getting screwed over by an investor or a business partner stealing a lot of cash from your business or someone stealing intellectual property, let me know. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to get you on the show. It's just one of the more annoying parts of doing business. I try to take as much emotion out of my business decisions as it allows me to be more calculated, allows me to make wiser decisions. But man, I have done business with this guy for many years. I had trusted him with some of the things I was saying. I was building a website for this guy. He wanted me, I built him a website, and for whatever reason, he decided to get into the specific category, a specific niche that I was in at the time. I trusted him. It wasn't just some random investor. The real issue is investors can be extremely dangerous. They come in, they have a lot of money, they can recreate products that you have and employ others to do what you're doing. In my case, this happened. Either sell your business or be copied. Facebook is doing it to Snapchat. This investor did the same to me. Today's news flash to get you all caught up on everything Amazon is Amazon puts limit on customer reviews. No more than 5 a week except for verified purchases. According to GeekWire, Amazon will start capping the number of product reviews any customer can submit in a given week, limiting each person to 5 per week except for products that have been verified by the company as purchased by the reviewer. Books, music, and video are exempt from the limit, but the new cap applies to the rest of Amazon's vast online selection of products. It's the latest move by the e-commerce giant to police its online reviews, a critical resource used by many online shoppers to assess products before buying. The news comes during the peak holiday season, the most important time of the year for Amazon, as the company tries to get more people comfortable doing more simple of online shopping. So, what does this all mean, David? Launching new products is insanely hard compared to before. Compared to when I first started on Amazon, it's not the same. Anyone who tells you so, they're not telling you the truth. I am currently launching 2 products at the moment, and getting them going is so much harder. You used to be able to give 20 or 50 units away in an attempt to get 10, 20, or 30 reviews. Now, who's going to buy a product without any reviews, without any giveaways? I think a lot of people are still trying to figure it out. Ramadans, I hope you loved the podcast as I did. Be sure to check out our live Facebook mastermind group at AmzSecrets.com/FB. There's over 5,000 members in there. Also, I'm looking for guests to come on the show to add more value and more golden nuggets. If interested, go to AmzSecrets.com/guest. I know you're out there. Yes, you over there. Lastly, please leave a review on iTunes at AmzSecrets.com/review. Every review counts and helps spread the word. This podcast has been written, edited, directed by David Aladdin, Global King in Amazon, Logistics Strategy, and Building Castles. Hee hee. What? David Aladdin, out.